Hello, and welcome to another edition of Emotions Expert. I'm John Rushton. I'm going to talk about friends. We all know what friends are or who friends are. We don't need really any explanation about that. But a lot of people actually get upset about who they think friends should be, or their view of who friends should be. It's a little more complex than that to actually start to say, I think they should be this, I think they should be that, because friends are who they are. It's who you make of them which actually determines whether they are a friend of yours or not. Nothing more, nothing less. Friends are used as a name generically with people we know. Oh, I have a friend who works in so-and-so. I have a friend at the gym. Oh, I have a friend down the road. And they're not absolute friends. They are friendly people, yes, and we talk to them and we get on well with them. But sometimes we don't socialise with them. We wouldn't meet them for a coffee or a drink, or even possibly invite them back to the house just to have a chat or something. They're just people you meet occasionally and you get on well with. In that situation, such as a gym, there's a commonality there. You talk to someone and they have the same goals as you to get fit or just to keep fit or whatever it is. And so there's something there which you talk about, and after a time you get to know them, you talk about a little bit more and a little bit more, and so it goes on. But it never develops into something more than that. It's just something on a superfluous level. A friend is somebody who actually sort of tweaks all the buttons and ticks all the boxes within. They can see through the facade of who you are and what you are. They can see through what you say, what you do. They can hear you in the silence. You don't have to say anything and they know there's something wrong with you. They can understand you when you don't say anything. They can understand what you say, how you say it, and why you say it, and why you said this yesterday and why you're saying this today, and there's a big difference, so what's wrong with you? They understand all these things, all the little nuances and the foibles and everything else. They understand, and they don't do this consciously. It's done subconsciously because you are a friend. There's also that little bond of love between two people as well. There's something which resonates well. You get on well with them, they get on well with you. You can tell them your problems, you can talk to them, you can do stupid things, and they don't think anything of it. They think you're stupid, but that's all. They don't judge you, and it goes on like that. And these are what friends are. And you can have friends from when you're at school and you've developed through your teens and into your early 20s, 30s and 40s and whatever, and you've gone through different work scenarios, and your love life has been up and down like a roller coaster, and they've been there, and you may have even gone on holiday together for some time as well, because they're good companions. It's good company. There's something to do. You can have a laugh. They like the same things. They know the food you like, what you like. So there's no great hassle there. They can put up with you. Maybe you snore if you share the same room, that they'll put up with that. I don't know. All these kind of things they understand. And that's what a friend does. And that's what a friend is as such. But there are those people who get upset when all of a sudden their friends don't seem to be bothered anymore, or there's a slight cooling off. And they get really worried. Have I said something? Have I done something? What have I done? What have I said? What went wrong? And of course the answer to all these things is absolutely nothing. A friend does not have a finite period in time. A friend is who he or she is, or maybe it is today, in today's vogue. And whatever that time is what it is. Sometimes we evolve. We go forward, something happens to us in life, our health, our finances, not necessarily bad. We could actually win the lottery and have millions and millions of dollars and pounds or whatever, and therefore our life takes a different course. We go on lots of cruises and fly around the world and buy our designer clothes and have expensive meals and things, and we do that because we can. And your friends don't do any of that because they can't. And therefore there's already a gap because you're now meeting and socializing with people a little bit above and beyond them, and therefore your conversation is about to change. Not because you're doing it because you're arrogant or anything like that. It just changes. Your environment and your circumstances do change what you say and how you perceive life. There's no getting away from it. And you can't say, oh, well, old friends won't let you go, they won't let you down. Well, they won't, and they're not letting you down, but they're now finding that there's less and less in common for future conversation. They're now finding that there's less and less in common with what they can do and you can do. And whilst you may be very, very generous to your friends and say, oh, come on holiday with me, I'll pay for it, and all these kind of things, and you say yes because you know they mean it and it's not a charitable thing, they really want you to come along with them and they really can afford to pay for you to go along with them, and it's really exciting and wonderful. By the same token, you just don't want to feel like you're bought. And there's that dividing line halfway between something happening like that and standing your own ground. All of these things cause a strain on relationships, whereas the love may still be there, the commonality is now waning. And this happens a lot as well. It could be that your friends have come into some money, or your friends have found other people who are, believe it or not, more exciting than you. And it could be that these new people that they have found share aspects of life which they would like to share as well. It could be hobbies and the past, or commonalities which you've never really discussed because it never came into the conversation. Even after many, many years, it just never happened. And therefore, there's again a cooling off between them and yourself. And then you go through this soul searching. Oh, I'm really upset. I don't know what happened. I'm lost without my friend and he or she or whatever. And it's a simple thing. Sometimes friendships come to an end through just natural causes. And you've got to actually understand that what you shared with them for many, many years has been wonderful and marvellous and super and terrific and sensational. It's been absolutely brilliant. And you've got to cherish that. You've got to understand what you shared between you, what you did, the silly things, the funny things, the pathetic things, all the tears you've shed of this and that and everything else. They've all been warmly resonated well within you, and they're stored in your mind. But you have to move on. And it could be that you go on holiday and you bump into somebody, and of course we all find we find holiday friends, those people you've just met on holiday, and the commonalities, and you're the same resort, in the same hotel, in the same restaurant, and all these kind of things. And so you get on, and it's all wonderful and marvellous. You're in a very hyped environment, and it's all chill out time and everything. And you never get in touch with them after that ever again, although you both say you will do, but it doesn't work like that. But there are those people who you do meet, and they could be your new best friends. And there's so much in common, and you find that, oh, I'm doing this and I want to go. Yes, I want to do that as well. Oh, well, come along, let's do this together. And the bond grows very, very quickly. And because you get on so well, you discuss all your likes and dislikes, and they predominantly say, wow, they're the same as mine. And you suddenly think, wow, that's brilliant. I've now got somebody I can talk with and go with, and they understand my funny little ways and moods and what I like and what I dislike, and therefore you've struck up a new friend, and that friend is only a week, a month, a couple of months old, and it's as simple as that. With friends, you've got to understand that there's no gestation period. It just happens because you resonate well. You pick up the vibes, both of you pick up the vibes, and both of you understand each other. And it comes to that level where you can almost talk and say something, and they pick up something else from your conversation because they just understand why you've said it and how you've said it. So when it comes to friends, enjoy the moment, enjoy the situation. Never say, oh, we've been friends for 27 years, we'll never fall out. Don't keep that in your mind as something which is rigid, because it could happen. Not you fall out, but the friendship could actually wane. it could go downhill. And through no fault of your own or theirs either, it's just the way it is. Life does evolve. Things happen, stuff happens, and you've got to accept that. And therefore, you haven't got to get all moody and upset and morose and everything else. You've got to look forward and find that new friend, which may not be easy, granted. It may take some time to do that, and you may feel quite lonely not having your friend you can phone up, or even just the fact that they are there, and if you don't phone them, that's quite a comforting thing to know that there's somebody there, even if you don't talk to them. It's just that they are there. But if that doesn't happen, be positive, because friends don't want negative people. They don't want to pick up your moodiness and your surliness and, oh, I haven't got this and they've gone and now I don't know what to do and all. This is poor old me. A friend doesn't need a poor old me friend. They want someone bright and exuberant and vibrant and exciting and wonderful and marvellous and super and terrific and sensational and all of these superlatives. They need that. So put those out and you will find another friend or friends, and that will make life so much better, and it'll be on a far higher level.